Hi there, it's Anna Caban here coming to you from Los Angeles, California. I am the brand ambassador for Balanced Body, and I am hosting this series of interviews we're calling Navigating Our New Normal. I have to preface that by saying that this is a temporary situation of normal, but it's normal right now. So my guest today is living her normal life in upstate New York. It is Shari Berkowitz, and she's going to introduce herself now. Hey, girl.
Hey, I'm so glad to be with you across the country, and all of you. Thank you. I'm Shari Berkowitz, and I live just north of New York City, which is the epicenter of craziness right now. And I'm such a city girl, but I have to say I'm really happy to be living in the country right now. I actually have been teaching online for 8 or so years, which I developed because there were so many teachers and people that I wanted to work with or who were interested in taking sessions that I decided, why don't I teach online? Not everybody has to come to me, and why don't I go to everybody else this way? And so this new normal in a way is kind of normal for me. And that is really strange too, because it's a moment where I'm really working to help everybody else get used to this kind of stuff as I am used to it. So I'll say thank you so much, Anna, for having me on here where I could share some ideas and maybe goof off.
And share all your plans behind you on the wall, all your future plans we were just talking about.
You know what? Yeah, I always think like, oh, here's my master plan and for taking over my house. I guess they're my future plans, but they would have been slightly future, but now a little further off. So yeah, right now we're actually this is my office area, or my office where I do biomechanics research, literary research and writing, and then all my online stuff. But then you just go to the side and it's my home Pilates studio, which was the way that my husband got me out of the city. He said, if we move out of the city, you're going to have space that you can have your own Pilates apparatus. And he even went super classical on saying apparatus. And it was great. So I moved. So, Anna, you had asked me to share information website and stuff like that. And I'll say, if anybody ever needs anything related to your education in Pilates, that's just basically what I do for teachers. Is my clientele are all teachers. Okay. So nowadays I have some regular clients, but it's transferred into all teachers. So please, theverticalworkshop.com is my website. And I've been doing a lot of remote teaching and helping people out with how to teach remote teaching. And I'm doing a lot of whole free mat classes and pay what you can and group classes. So I encourage anybody who wants anything, even the pay what you can thing, it could be a big old $0, pounds or euros. Let us stay together as a community and enjoy ourselves amidst the craziness.
Exactly. Thanks so much. That was a great introduction. Very thorough. So let's talk about what you're doing. You kind of just said you've been doing a lot of things online. So not much has changed for you then as far as the professional, no? But on the personal, how are you navigating this?
Well, I'll say, okay, on the professional, there is one change, which is what started happening on Friday the 13th was, first it started with tens, but then it became hundreds of people reaching out to me of Shari, you've been doing this forever. How do I learn how to remote teach? And how do I do this? How do I get started? And that's when I created a webinar on it all. And we have an ongoing discussion forum. And with that, there has been a huge change in my life over the past, what's almost been 2 weeks, is that every day I have hundreds of emails and messages with people asking for assistance. So my life has changed a lot, that I'm teaching all day. And of course, for, like I was saying earlier, for less money or zero money, whatever it is, just to keep teaching and just keep connecting. But then the other thing is answering so many more emails all day. I've been 8 to 10 hours a day answering emails and comments. So that's been crazy. And I should say with open heart, I'm so happy to do it, but my life has changed considerably in that way. But teaching online has been my normal thing, except for a couple of days of the week in the city and elsewhere. But the other thing that's changed, of course, is canceling or postponing all of my workshops. And that's 2 to 3 times a month, something that I do. So that's just to be with my people, or all of us to be with our people, it's challenging in that way. So my heart is a little broken in that way too. But but the silver lining is getting these opportunities to connect and in other ways. And but my home life has changed considerably. In that here we are at home again. I really love cooking. Love it. But you know what? I don't know that I love cooking 3 times a day.
I hear you.
I love going out to restaurants too, or feeling even comfortable ordering in. But I don't feel comfortable with that yet. So if anybody wants to help me feel comfortable with that, I'm all for it. I work a lot from home, and my husband actually his office is right above me too. So in a way we've been socially isolated for a long time up here just north of the city. It's been something that I'll tell you, like, I've been really frustrated because I am a city girl, that these years of being up here in the country frustrates me. And now I'm happy to be here because it's away from the total epicenter of it all. I'm like pointing to New York City right now. But at the same time, like, I've been frustrated for a long time about not being in the city. So it's just the deeper isolation that we're all feeling, whether you want to be isolated or not. Then can I add one more thing that I'm managing right now is I have a 3rd cat that just came on last week. And so I have 2 cats that I've had for 8 years, but then my father-in-law just died, and we just brought home his cat. And that has been very strange. So my additional good time during this isolation is trying to deal with 3 hissing cats.
Wow. You're like a pet trainer, among other things.
I don't know how good I am at that.
Oh my gosh. Well, you've just given us you just alluded to the fact that you are helping people at home that are instructors. How can they find that information about how we do the Zoom conference?
Yeah, thank you. Good, because I want to share it as much as, yes, I want to share it as much as possible. So there's this, I have it as the remote video teaching best practices webinar. It's on, you could go to my website. Actually, I have to rehook up the link. By the time you get this, it will be there. My website, and under continuing education, you'll see it under the schedule. Or you could just go to theverticalworkshop.com/register, and you'll see it there. It's listed as $30. If that is not available to anyone, just click pay later. And just get it, pay later, and then I'll email you, or you email me and tell me what is possible for you. Somewhere from $0 to $30 is great with me, and 0 is really great. So don't worry about that. So that's where it is, theverticalworkshop.com/register, and I will make sure that there's an updated link for that in my continuing education calendar. It'll be like right at the top.
Super. That is so helpful. I had seen someone post something, but you know how it travels down and then it gets lost in your feed. I couldn't remember where that was. So super helpful tip. Thank you very much for that. Now, there's a lot I know about you and there's a lot I don't know about you. And I always like to say, you know, what might we never suspect about you and your country lifestyle, or anything about you want to share with the world?
Oh, God. There's so much to share. Well, okay. I would say, what would you never suspect? But you already know this, that I'm the biggest dork, obviously, ever, or maybe only matched by you yourself. No offense. And Portia Page. Let's see. I think people know by now that, because I talk about it all the time, that I really, really, and I don't know if you know this, that I really love to play pool. Like, I'm obsessed with pool, billiards, totally obsessed. Now, I used to be really good. I'm terrible now. I'm totally terrible now because I don't have a pool table up here. And so I don't have that. But pool is my other obsession. Gosh, do I share this? Yeah, I share this. I can isolate many different parts of my face. And it's strange and weird. So this might be our let's laugh at Shari moment. Okay, but if I smile too much, it won't happen. All right. So,
Stoic.
okay, stoic. All right. So, okay, most people can do nostrils. Can you do this with me? Can you do your nostrils? And anybody who's watching, can you flare your nostrils?
I think I can.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. And so then, sorry, this is going to be your long video, Anna. Okay. So most people could do 2 eyebrows. Okay. But can you do 1 eyebrow? Okay. But can you get the other eyebrow?
Nope.
You know what? And neither could I until 6th grade. 6th grade, I was determined I'm going to get the other eyebrow. So I did. I looked in the mirror. Yes, everybody, I'm a weirdo. I looked in the mirror and I worked until that little muscle was just like, ugh, like I could feel it, and until I could like really nail it. So I could do my eyebrows. Okay. Now, can you snarl your lip like one side? Oh, Anna, this is interesting. We have some things to work on. All right. And so, but then I couldn't snarl the other side until last year. Oh my God, you're so cute.
I don't know if they saw that, but it wasn't cute. It's like, I can't do it.
Ah, that's so awesome. We have to do some online lessons together with this. $0. Yes. Okay. All right. So last year I decided, man, I got to get the other side. So I practiced just the way I practiced when I was in 6th grade for this one. And it's still hard for me, but I'm getting it. Right?
You're too pretty for that. You're way too pretty.
You're sweet. You're sweet. But, you know, like we got to mess with our face. And then I always was able to do my right lower lip, like drag out to the side, like really strongly. But my left really couldn't go. So I've been practicing on my left as well. Mm-hmm. So to be able to isolate different parts of your face.
It looks like you're like breakdancing with your face or something.
Mm-hmm. I think it is. It might be better if I like drop down to the floor and smush my face into the ground. Spun around on my nose. But I think that might be something that, Anna, you didn't know about me. And it actually is in my family, that's a very well-known thing about me. So I should share with my Pilates family.
So when you have family reunions, do you guys sit there, right? Make it double. Do you guys sit there and make those faces?
Well, no, they make me do it because nobody else in my family can do it. They all make me do it because it came from like my sister who I love my sister. We used to have a very hard time, and now we have a beautiful relationship. She used to tease me really hard and do anything to upset me. She's my older sister, so typical. And in the car, in the backseat of the car, she would like always like torment me. And so one day I came up with this whole thing where I have a little sewing kit, this mind sewing kit, and I would hook up all of these strings to my face, and I would pull on each individual part of my face with these imaginary strings. So anytime my family gets together, there's somebody in the family who like needs to see the sewing kit. So,
oh my God, that's hysterical. When you said you sat in the back seat of the car with it is dorky. When you said you sat in the back seat with your sister, I have a big brother, older, also picked on me, John Caban. It totally made me think of no seatbelts and foot fights. Did you guys do foot fights? You face each other, put the soles of your feet together and see who can straighten their legs?
Oh, yes, but not in the car. Why didn't we do that in the car? That's brilliant.
Because you have the door behind you, so you're stuck. So whoever wins is the one that pushes harder and can straighten their legs. The other one's like knees in their chest. But it just reminded me of like, there were no seatbelts back in the 1970s. Are you kidding me?
No way. We had those lap belts, but we didn't wear those anyway. It's like, whatever. There was a kind of a perfect hard thing to knock each other in the head with. You pull the belt out hard and knock each other. So yeah, danger.
Danger. All right, my friend. Well, you're making my face hurt.
Yay!
I don't know if I'm laughing evenly, but it's certainly hurting here. So thank you for that. I'm sure everyone out there is giggling, going, those girls are dorks, but they made me laugh. There's that. Success. But thanks a lot for joining me. That was super fun, and I'm looking forward to sharing this with the world. Thank you all for joining us.
Right on. Thank you too for having me, and yay, thank you everybody.